What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Valaverse Action Force Ghost Operator. Now, this one I got from their most recent sale, but it is the wounded version. So they got a lot of figures when they come in. They do have the glue. They are to this card, um, glued to the card and everything like that. And stuff happens during transition getting here, and they're not always in the best shape. These could be beat up, torn, everything like that. And like this one, the card is separated from the back of the clamshell. So you can buy them as wounded and it saves you like a couple bucks. So I figured why not go ahead and do that, because I want to tear this guy open anyways. And why not save, a couple dollars here? And then, if you get a couple of them, it helps you out even more. But, it looks really cool. Here's the back of the packaging. You can see the other figures in the line, file card, action points. Throw that out. And then you've got the stand here as part of the packaging. And then you got the clamshell. You can see him in there. And I gotta say, just looking at him looks really awesome, because I love that the colors on him for his camo. But let me get him free from there and then we'll take a better look. Alright, so here's the Ghost Operator outside of the packaging, and he looks really cool. I love this camo pattern. Just the colors on it are really nice. Something that I'm thinking like a Firefly or darker Firefly or something like that. You did a little stealth ops team, that sort of thing. It does come with a couple of accessories. We got that stand, really bright compared to him. You got his helmet, which is going to be modular. You got a couple of different holes here for different accessories. Pretty plain, nothing else going on in there. Different head sculpt, which is nice. Darker skin tone. You don't have to change out necks or anything like that, since the only time you see the skin is around the eyes. You get a couple hands for each side. So they're going to be pretty similar for both. You've got your like C hands to hold different things, and they are in this gray. He's got trigger fingers on him. You've got some fists. And then you get some cupping hands holding onto a ledge, a wall, underneath the rifle. You get these nods, little binoculars and night vision, everything you need for his helmet, which it does rotate. So just plug it in, and then it drops down. You get his pistol, which looks really nice. Nice chrome. Got a little red dot on there, a light underneath. Gotta check the bottom of that bad boy, just in case. I don't think this mag doesn't drop out. I'm tugging on it, but it's not dropping. You get a really nice rifle. Mag does come out. Solid black, shiny black. Wish I had a little bit of a dry brush on there. But that is it for the accessories. Now, looking at the operator himself, he looks really cool. Again, the only skin you're seeing is around the eyes. It looks like it has a couple of different paint in there for like shadowing, shading. It's not just like all one color. Nice mask on him. You got the detail in the face and the mouth part, so they can breathe a little bit. Texturing all throughout. Nice vest. Always got check. Yep, mags come in and out of the his chest rig. All the different details on there. Got a little bit of the camo on it, which I do like. It's not just a plain color, so that's cool. Got a suppressor in the on the back. It is. So he's got a suppressor right there in the back for the pistol. That's awesome. I love it. I like his holster. How it has the spot for the flashlight in it. It's not like something super generic. So super cool. So just drop in there. Got the nice camo all throughout the arms, legs, everything like that. Knee pads, boots. So yeah, he just looks really cool. He looks like some kind of, he could be anything, which is really cool. What I like about it, he could be a bad guy, he could be a good guy. Stealth ops, not on the stealth ops, just terrorist looking dude. But you got this really cool gear. Kind of makes you think of like Splinter Cell type stuff going on. Pretty cool. Get this rifle in his hand. To separate those fingers a little bit. There we go. And he looks really cool. Now we'll do some articulation when we got him there. Looks down. There is a little hinge in there. Not bad. Neck motion up and down, all the way around. Butterfly joints. Look, that move really, really well. T-pose, upper bicep, double jointed elbows, hinge, rotation, all on the wrist. He's moving really well. Ab crunch, or is that a diaphragm? It's like diaphragm. I think most of their figures are diaphragm. Ball waist. You get pretty good motion in there with the vest on. Drop down hips. Leg goes forward really far. Goes back. Upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Upper boot cut. Hinge. Pivot. All that stuff in the ankle. And he looks really awesome. Can hit some pretty good poses. Throw that underhand here. Kind of one of the looks that you want to be able to nail no matter what. Gripping the underside of that rifle. So really awesome. How cool is that? And I could just see having like a squad of these guys, your little night ops. Just sneaking around. Have some pretty cool scenarios with these guys. Just really, really awesome. So for a quick comparison, the Ghost Operator and a couple of these other figures from Valaverse from Action Force are all pretty similar in height with the exception of Gemini here. These guys are about the same height. I thought they were actually going to have similar bodies, but they really don't. You could see, obvious. The big point for me was the knee pads being different, but you could switch different knee sections in there, I believe, and still maybe get away with it. But the legs look a little bit thicker. In fact, this one looks a little bit slightly higher because of those. The knee pads look, that knee section looks to be a little bit taller, but even with that, they look to be about the same height. I thought the arms were maybe going to be very much the same, but I was trying to look at where they got these different pouches on the side, and they don't line up either. It looks like these two here are the same, but our ghost operator is not the same. It doesn't match. It doesn't line up. But I do believe, and I can't tell without taking off armor or anything like that, but just from kind of glancing at the underneath portion, it looks like these two are the same underneath. And I only say that because this guy here, the desert, he has the higher collar that goes up in the neck versus these two blowback and our ghost operator don't. Their cuts are actually at the bottom of the neck. And it looks pretty similar though. And now that I'm looking at it a little bit closer, and I tried to really look at it, I don't think these guys are the same either. Because he's got a cut at the base of the neck, and it looks like blowback did, but he doesn't. This is all solid down here. Versus the ghost actually has a joint down there. So yeah, overall, it's a different body, which is pretty crazy because that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting just like a complete repaint of a basic body of like one of these, you know. But they are different. I would say one of the things that I didn't see in the packaging was the ear probe, like this guy, like blowback. So the helmet looks a little plain to me. Sure, he's got the drop down like that, but the ears just look left out to me. So yeah, and then of course with Gemini in there, she's gonna be shorter than them. But they all look really good and look like you know, army builders pretty much. I would love to, army build every single one of them for different scenarios. Your nighttime, night ops, your desert core. You've got jungle stuff, urban stuff. Really cool. So definitely filling in different areas. I think I do want to army build still. I've got a couple of these guys already. I love the desert stuff, and I think they look great. Blowback looks great also. It's just I'm working in other head sculpts. And then our ghost operator looks really cool for night ops. And again, we got the alternate head sculpt here, which will work perfect for building out a small team, you know. You don't have to use the helmet, which gives them also a different look. And then you throw the helmet on, and you've got another look for them. So you can show skin tone, not show skin tone. Got that. So yeah, I would say overall, I think it's a pretty cool looking figure. I do love the camo on it. It was one of the things that attracted me to the figure in the first place. I think it would be really awesome to kind of army build these guys as either mercenaries or maybe you put them with your Joes, mix them in with air with maybe some seals are out there also. Who knows? But I do think that he looks pretty cool. I do love the accessories he comes with. As always, you got the mags that drop out and can be removed from the vest, and things are interchangeable with these guys, the parts, so you can alter them even more, which is cool. But yeah, overall, I think a pretty cool figure. Um, I definitely wanted to get one to see how it was going to be and see the camo in person before deciding. But I think I do think I like it enough to grab a couple more. So I hope I helped you guys out in some way, showing you everything that you needed to see articulation look, get a better look at it, so you get an idea of whether this is for you, not for you, whether you want to pass on it, pick it up, that sort of thing. So that's it for this one, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.